I'm cold. Good morning, my darling cupies. Oh God, it's cold. Oh God. It is actually not even morning. It's like almost 1 in the afternoon. No, let me think for a second. Assess how I'm feeling this morning. Afternoon. Whatever the fuck. Oh God. This shoulder's been acting up. I don't know what I did to it. Yeah, I slept with the ball bat in bed. I'm still sleep deprived as fuck though. But whatever. I had a dream that there were like old people. And they were in charge of my fate. And I was like kind of working for the carnival, but a different carnival. But also not. Really abstract. And I think something bit my leg. Either that or I just have a rash. It's feeling like a rash. It's just a lupus rash. All right. Anyway. Yeah, that's just a lupus rash. Sorry, got distracted. There were like old cars in it. They were talking about cars from the 50s and how there are like some people who still have cars from the 50s that they use as their daily driver. And I'm like, and I'm like in my dream, like, oh man, I wish that were me. I have a thing about classic cars. I'm still very tired. I'm never going to be able to catch up. But I got enough sleep for the weird noises to stop, so we survive another day, I guess. I don't know. You know, with our sanity kind of intact a little bit. Debatable. I'm so fucking tired. Oh God. And there was a scene where we got in an elevator and we were like, okie dokie, time to go to a lower floor, and it starts free falling. Terrifying. It's like my worst fear about elevators. That and like getting closed in the door. I don't know, the doors freak me out, man. Like as a child, the doors used to freak me out so much that it's like not until very recently, and it still gives me like anxiety. Like such bad anxiety. Like it's like I can't reach forward when the door is closing, but I can reach forward and hold it open and prevent it from closing. That's actually an improvement. That's growth. It's just, if it's actively closing, nope, nope, won't touch it. Nope, nope, can't do it. The anxiety's just, nope. We're lucky if I even fucking hold the thing open. Just saying. Elevators give me a little bit of anxiety. Last night's stream did not do anything to help. Then there was like construction in the building. I was working and like suddenly like, no, I wasn't working. Some of the old people were working. I was staying with them. I was visiting them at work. But suddenly it morphed into their house, but it was also a camper. Somehow it was both at the same time, even though that's not actually physiologically viable. Like, it was a proper house, but it was a proper camper too. And I don't know how my dream tried to do that. It's like, bro, it was weird. Also, oh, dude, I got in the biggest fucking argument on Reddit with someone. I'm sorry, but like, for real. I'm still not running on enough sleep to actually have cognitive function. Right. So I was posting in that subreddit, you know, and someone had like messaged me directly and stuff, and I was like, and they were like, hey, if you want someone to talk to, and I was like, oh, this person seems really nice. See, look at me being autistic and naive again. So stupid. And then after a while, he's like, you know, you don't want to kill yourself. Things will be getting better, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. You totally don't understand, you know? Type shit. Because it's like, whatever. And like, out of nowhere, he's like, I would give you all my money for nudes. And it's like, all right. And I'm like, I told that guy, I was like, actually, fuck you. And then I blocked him. And then I made a giant post in that subreddit, like, complaining about that guy, like, being like, seriously, guy, random guy who, like, messaged me about, like, nudes. Fuck you, you piece of shit. You actually, like, aren't helping at all. You're making things worse. And it's like, and I went off on a tangent about how, like, I was like, people like you are why I have a hard time trusting men. And it's like, I went off. Like, I was shaking. I was livid. Like, I was like, you can't just, who the fuck does that? They're like, oh yeah, you're in a really dark place mentally. I'm here to comfort you. Oh, but also want to send me nudes. How about choke? God. Men are so gross. It's like, bro, I'm like having a hard time staying on the like living plane or whatever, the living realm, the realm of the living, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't care. And it's like, bro's like coming at me about some fucking nudes. Pff, choke. inconsiderate, choke. And then, after I made that post talking about that guy being, like, absolutely fucking out of pocket, a few people messaged me. One of them was, I believe, was a lass. I think it was a woman. Or at least someone queer and AFAB. And, if they weren't a woman, that is, not to be assuming. And they were really nice, actually. We actually talked back and forth, and they were talking about how they are a biochem major, and I was talking about how I'm pre-med, bio and psych double major. So yeah, we talked back and forth a bit about that. But one of the other people who reached out to me was like, I'm sorry that that guy was like that, and I'm sorry that men are like, shitty. I hope you find peace. God bless. Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, oh no. He said something about finding the right man. That was it. And I was like, I'm gay. And then he's like, oh. Well, I hope you find Jesus. And I went off. I was the wrong bitch, and it was the wrong day to fucking throw Jesus in my face. It was just, no. That was the fucking worst thing he could have said. So I went off. Guys, I fucking went for this guy's throat. I had no mercy, no care. I didn't even care if I offended the entire Christian religion with the shit I was saying. Like, I did not give a fuck. I was going for this guy's throat. Like, he had me proper triggered. Like proper. Oh, yeah. No, I went off, but he backed down. I just saw what he said this morning. Oh, my God. No. I want to read this whole fucking exchange because this is fucking beautiful, man. I was shaking, like vibrating. Like I was shaking so bad. Even my legs were shaking. Like I was sitting here like, oh, my God, my whole body's shaking as I'm typing. And I'm like, oh, my God, I can't even fucking type coherently. Like, dude. Like, religion is like the one fucking thing. You cannot fucking weaponize that against me. I will fucking lose my shit. Especially not Christianity. Fuck that. So, anyway, he starts out with, I'm a man. I'm sorry men treat you this way. Really, really am. Forgive me. Please forgive me, but I had to apologize. Hope you feel better soon. And I replied, thanks. I know it's not all of them, but it's enough of them. Because I think that's a really apt way of saying, yeah, not all men are like this, but it's enough of them to be a fucking problem. And then he said, I'm really, really sorry. Horrible. The way we all use women. So sad. Hope you find a good guy. And then I said, I'm gay. And he's like, he goes on to reply to what he, like, to continue his previous statement. But I see there are not many, but more than men. I hope you find peace, true peace. And then he said, oh, okay. Inner peace beyond all this. And I'm like, thanks. And he's like, I found it in Jesus. Sorry to mention this. Hope you find what you're looking for. And I'm like, I replied, I'm like, okay, you know what? He might be not, trying to be causing any kind of trouble or nothing. But like, oh God, the way this fucking devolved into like absolutely. He said, I hope you, I found it in Jesus. Sorry to mention this. I hope you find what you're looking for. And I'm like, yeah, I hear Jesus was a pretty wise person, but I'm not a Christian, but rather a Jew. I'm not actually even a Jew either. Actually, I'm kind of a Jew in the making. I'm converting. And I'm like, is this being brought up because I'm gay? And I'm like, God never said anything about women being gay, being an issue. And then in the parentheses, I was like, and frankly, the whole men being gay being an issue was like, I fucking tore into this guy. And he backed down and apologized. And I'm like, oh. Like this morning, I just opened it up now to read it to you guys. And like, he apologized. And I was like, I've never seen someone backtrack so fucking quick. I've never seen a man, especially a Christian man, backtrack so quick. I'm not gonna lie, I was venomous yesterday. Yesterday was not the fucking day to fuck with me, you know? It was not it. But anyway, so, and then I mentioned the lack of, like, context and the mistranslation. The fact that the Bible's kind of, like, the Christian Bible's been translated through so many different languages without even fucking looking at the source. But whatever, we go off. And then he replies, Romans 1 in the Bible is quite clear on this, but let's drop it. I'm more interested in you finding peace you seek. God bless. And that was it. I went off. That was it. All of my chill, I was like, hey, this could just be, just a little, but no, he had to take it to make it an argument. I was just like, well, God, I was making a joke about like, oh, God never said anything about women being gay. But no, he, and then about the mistranslation, I've also mentioned, just to clarify in case he didn't know, right? So he brings up Romans 1, and he's like, but let's drop it. I'm more interested in you finding the peace you seek. And I go off. I went, not my Bible. The Torah doesn't have a book of Romans. Don't you bring religion into this, because I am working with Old Testament that the Christians can't even be bothered to even understand, not to mention your Bible being translated stupidly. But go off, I guess. There aren't 10 commandments either. There are 613, but Christians are lazy and they have perverted the religion. Strictly in the Torah, it says not to change or add to it, but hey, whatever. Jesus doesn't even fit the criteria to be the Messiah. They literally changed it to make him fit the role. Your religion is a sham. Get bent. You chose the wrong trigger. Religion has been used by Christians as a weapon against me my whole life, and I'm done letting any sham religion be used against me. I live Christianity because I saw only lying monsters in the Christian world. I converted out of Christianity. I grew up in a Christian cult-like family. Fuck off, basically. I went off, and I was shaking so violently. Like, I was physically like, oh God. And then this morning at 6:42 a.m. Now, most of this shit I said at like the wee hours of like 3 a.m. And he said, fair enough. Thank you for that. I accept your hatred. I love the Torah. Forgive my intrusion. So yeah. So yeah, I went off. I wanted to clarify though, that's not how I feel about all Christians, just the ones who shove their religion in my face with a superiority complex. It's like, I genuinely, like, over this summer, I kind of have lost a lot of the softness that I have protected all these years. I've lost the softness. I've lost it, I've become hardened. I've become cold. I don't care. The soft me that's like, yay, I'm so excited about everything, and pink and Hello Kitty and shit. Like, that me's dead. She couldn't survive in this world. Oh, shit. Nope. Wrong person. this other person didn't like. Sorry, I made friends with some people on the Reddit. Other people kind of have had similar experiences in life to me. Trauma. Oh shit, guys, I think it's raining. Check it out, it's pouring. Okay, now I need to sit down because holy shit, I got up way too fast. Oh, isn't that grand? I love a good rain. Yeah, that's exactly what we needed. That's exactly what we needed. And I need to be taking a shower, and I am so sorry, I'm so gross. But my blood pressure doesn't like me to even fucking stand up. And it's like